Good afternoon and welcome to Facebook Live with Dr. Celeste MD. Today's topic is Let's Talk Water. I hope that everyone is having a great Sunday afternoon. We're in clinic today in Birmingham, Alabama, but taking out a few minutes to share with you just a few words about why it's beneficial for you to be drinking water. So let's give it just a few moments to allow some other people to join us if they would like to. We're coming to you live from Birmingham, Alabama, both on Facebook Live as well as on Instagram Live, my first Instagram Live. So excited to share with you today again about some of the benefits of drinking water. So we'll give it just a few minutes and we will get started. It's a sunny day outside. Has been kind of dreary this weekend, kind of off and on, but I'm happy that it's not raining. And we've had a busy day today in clinic, servicing patients with various healthcare needs here in Birmingham. So we'll give it a few more seconds, guys, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Again, today's topic is Let's Talk Water. And those of you who may not know me, my name is Dr. Celeste Reese-Willis. I'm a board-certified family medicine physician that specializes in urgent care. I aid busy moms and healthcare professionals to treat their acute and both general medicine care needs on a regular basis. So excited to share with you guys today about one of my favorite topics, about some of the benefits of drinking water. So I think we'll go ahead and get started. Again, my name is Dr. Celeste, and I'm excited to share with you about the benefits of drinking water. Just to share with you, today is part 2. Part 1 on last week, we just talked about some of the benefits of drinking water, which include helping to keep our fluid balance. We talked about proper hydration and how water aids with digestion in making urine as well as making feces. We also talked about water as being used as part of a weight loss strategy. And so just to clarify on that point, because there was a question that I had about that, water can be used in conjunction with a weight loss program if you're trying to lose more than 5 pounds, but just preloading with water before meals, that in and of itself is not sufficient as a weight loss program. So I wanted to make sure that we were clear about that can be used in conjunction with a weight loss program. And most weight loss programs generally will have you to increase your protein intake, increase your vegetables, and to try and decrease your carbs. So the way that water adds in with that is a substitute for some of the sweetened, sugary drinks that we drink. So you'll therefore have a decrease in calories with that. In addition to that, if you preload before meals with water, and when I say preload, drinking about 8 to 10 ounces of water before each meal, you will notice that you'll have a sensation of fullness, therefore you'll eat less. So that was some of the things that we talked about on last week. Welcome, Eric. Hey, thank you for joining us on Instagram Live. Again, we're sharing about the benefits of drinking water. So we talked about the things from last week we talked about and the benefits of drinking water. And we cleared about the weight loss issue. So to cover the benefits that we're going to share with you guys today, there are 5 benefits I'd like to share with you guys today about drinking water. The first one of those is that water helps to lubricate your joints. There is a cushiony or soft material that's in your spine and the vertebra of your spine called cartilage. 80% of cartilage is made of water. And so what that means is that for people that are dehydrated, they sometimes can see problems or have joint pain as a result of them not being properly hydrated. Hi, Ms. McDonald. Thank you for joining us. So some patients out there that have joint problems, that have arthritis, one of the things I would encourage you to do is make sure you're properly hydrated, because if you already have a joint issue, the last thing you need is to have that joint issue kind of irritated by the fact that your body's dehydrated. So water helps us to lubricate our joints. The second benefit today that we're going to discuss is that water is used in the formation of saliva and mucus. So saliva and mucus aid us with digestion. They help to decrease the likelihood of tooth decay. And in addition to that, water helps to keep our mouth clean. So let's hydrate for those reasons, and helping to reduce tooth decay and help with digestion. And to add a little piece to that with digestion, you know that, oh, thank you so much, Veronica. You know that the lack of water in terms of digestion, that it can lead you to have constipation. As a matter of fact, one of the most common symptoms in patients that suffer with constipation is that they don't have adequate water intake. So, reason number 3, water helps to boost your exercise performance. When someone is dehydrated and you work out or get started with a physical activity, you're actually, after about 30 minutes of the physical activity, can start to feel fatigued. So having adequate water hydration will help you kind of boost your exercise performance, because as we talked about before, all of the cells in your body need water to function. Our body is made primarily of 70% water. So if every cell in your body needs it to function appropriately, it makes sense for us to go ahead and make sure that we're hydrating well. Now, 4th point today about benefit of drinking water. Water helps to regulate body temperature. Let's talk about that. So water that's stored in the middle layer of your skin or underneath your skin. Whenever you are hot, that water moves to the surface of your skin and causes what we call sweat, which people sweat all the time when they exercise. Well, as that sweat moves to that top layer of your skin, it evaporates, and as it evaporates, it helps to cool your body. This is one of the reasons why we really push for patients that are outside a lot to make sure you're drinking water. When we have patients that come in with heat strokes or with heat exhaustion, one of the main focuses of treatment is rehydrating the patient. And the reason for that is because that water helps to act as a cooling mechanism to help keep your body temperature down. So for people that suffer or that are outside a lot, or let's say that you work outside a lot, it's very important, especially in summer months when it gets really hot. You all have seen cases wherein, or you may have heard about cases wherein people that are outside a lot suffer with heat exhaustion or heat stroke, and this is part of the reason why. Okay, and so reason number 5, one of my favorite reasons, next to it's aiding with a weight loss program, is that water is very beneficial for your kidney. If you love your kidneys, you have to drink water, and I'll explain. So we talked about on last week that every day we lose about 2 quarts of fluids every day, just through regular things like sweating, through feces, through urine, correct? So you lose that number of, that amount of liquid or water every day, 2 quarts. Well, during in a 24-hour period, your kidney actually filters anywhere from 120 to 150 quarts of water every day. So 120 to 150 quarts of water daily is a lot of water. And so we encourage men to drink at least 3 quarts of water, women to drink at least 2 quarts of water daily, because you lose that every day. We talked about that. Well, this water intake helps to kind of flush out your kidneys. Your kidneys are a very sensitive but very important organ that's in your body that helps to regulate all types of things. And so adequate hydration of your kidneys is very important. So we recommend 2 quarts of water a day. As a matter of fact, one of the second most common infection that people come to their physician for are urinary tract infections. And what's the most common cause of urinary tract infections is dehydration. So hydrating well will help to decrease your likelihood of having a urinary tract infections. Some statistics for you: there are about 8.1 million visits a year in America for urinary tract infections. So it's very common. Secondly, it's important to hydrate your kidneys, because if you have decreased water intake, your kidneys can suffer in this way. Kidney stones. People that do not drink adequate amounts of water are at increased risk for developing kidney stones. And as a matter of fact, the development of kidney stones puts you at risk for developing chronic kidney disease. We only have 2 kidneys in our body that have to, filtrate all of those fluids a day. We talked about the 120 quarts of fluids that it filters daily, so that if your kidney function is abnormal or if it's affected simply because you don't drink water, that's something that can be very serious. So a way to avoid that is just simply getting that water intake in every day. So let's rehash those 5 things that we talked about, benefits today of drinking water. Lubricates your joints. It aids with saliva and mucus formation. It aids with helping to regulate your body temperature. It also aids with helping your kidney and boost your performance with exercise. Just to finish, there are 4 situations in which I would really encourage all patients to make sure that they're drinking adequate water. Especially, you should have the 2 quarts of water intake daily for women and 3 quarts for men, but especially in these 4 situations, you want to make sure that you're getting more than adequate water intake. Number 1, if you have a fever. We talked about water helping to regulate body temperature, so that's something that, makes sense to us. If you are having nausea, vomiting, or diarrhea. When you're having nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, you're losing fluids. So very important to make sure you're drinking more than enough water so that you don't become dehydrated. In addition to that, it's very important to make sure that you're drinking enough water when you're outside sweating or exercising because you're losing fluids. And in addition to that, lastly, is when it's hot outside in the middle of summer. So, having gone over all of those things, I think that we all could agree that we should drink a little more water to help love on our bodies, because that's what water does. It helps to push out waste. It helps all of our organs and all of the cells in our bodies to work better. So I'd encourage everyone, women, that's 2 quarts a day for you, men, 3 quarts a day for you. Today's topic of benefits of drinking water have been a pleasure to discuss with you today. Thank you for joining me on this Sunday afternoon. Thank all of you for taking time out of your schedule to join us. And thank you all for joining me on my first Facebook Live, on my first Instagram Live, same Facebook Live that we had the previous Sunday. Sorry about that, guys. But I'm excited to share with you about one of my most exciting topics. Feel free to tag a friend. If you're watching this in replay, I would ask if you would please put replay in the comments section, but feel free to tag any of your friends and family that you think that this could be beneficial for. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a happy Sunday afternoon, and I hope that everybody out there gets some water. I heard Veronica say she's grabbing a glass of water right now. So thanks for joining us. Feel free to follow me on Instagram or on Facebook at facebook.com/Dr. Celeste MD. That's DOCTORCELESTEMD. And Instagram handle is Dr. Celeste MD. Thanks so much for joining. Have a wonderful Sunday afternoon, and I hope you guys get lots of water intake today. And you're welcome. Thanks so much for tuning in, Celeste. Have a good Sunday afternoon. Bye-bye.